What's up everybody, Soul here with another video for your viewing pleasure, and today we're taking a look at Brigandine Abyss. Guys, this just dropped its demo on Steam. Make sure you go check it out. I believe it's on other platforms as well. Demo's now available, so you want to get in this, check this game out, and have a good time. I'm a dummy-dumb, and I took the time to record me a video playing it through already on a story mode, and I didn't have my mic unmuted. Well, you gotta love it. With that said, we played the Scarlet Will last time because they're the Scarlet Dawnbringers, and I'm about that life. However, this time we're gonna go with the Grand Dragnica and give them a go. But long story boring, guys. This is a tactical RPG that really plays like, you know, it reminds me of Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Once the world was saved by the power of Brigandine. This arcane armor was fashioned by Lunadia, a mage famed for her skill in the mystic arts. Proved instrumental in crushing the Abyssaloa Empire in its bid for the continental power. 200 years had passed since the fierce conflict. Now the king of Solganat, both the continents. Foremost power in the sight of recent concerning incidents has been summoned to provide an account. Before his peers, leading the inquiry is the Queen of Mystine, a nation founded by the Lunadia herself. Gotta love it. A little inquisition. Well then, let us hear your explanation, King Solganat. Not only are these reports of increasing lawlessness and unknown, but also the noxious aura that seems to pervade your land. Unknown chaos? Have you nothing to say? Will you not? I beg your pardon. Allow me to respond on His Highness's behalf. I am the Chancellor of Solganat, Chaos Solus, and Chaos Solus is a mouthful. Father! From this day forth, I declare myself Solganat's nay. Nay, I say. The Novus Imperator of the new Abyssaloa Empire. Listen well before all gathered here today. I proclaim the revival of Abyssaloa. Good luck, Largo. Show him who's boss. That Continental Summit. Try not to mess up, got it? And be careful. Yeah, leave it to me. Hold down the fort while I'm gone. You know, this was supposed to be a relaxing trip. This is dramatically different from the other side. So just what the hell is going on here? Largo, look at that! It can't be. Noir? He said the name. I don't know why I said the name. He said the name. I didn't need to say the name. Largo sets out to join the Continental Summit, representing Dragnica as its top dragon tamer. But on what is supposed to be a routine journey, he comes upon a shocking sight. A group of mind-controlled dragons mercilessly slaughtering Solganat's soldiers. Among them, one looks suspiciously like Noir, who should be safely under the care of Lori. This looks like the same starting map as the other. But now I have a general understanding of what I'm doing. I'll be able to talk you through it and kind of explain without just reading and fumbling through it too. So this is kind of nice. Could that really be Noir? I'm gonna go make sure. Wait, you idiot, it's too dangerous. It can't be Noir. It just looks like her. Listen to me, Weiss. When we get back to Dragnica, Noir will be there waiting for us. Right, yeah, you're right, Largo. Let's move on. So, we have to reach the destination. That means going through them. And we're being pursued. And then we got actually titled Noir here in the back line. But if you notice, these units all have letters next to their name, yeah? Next to their health bars. So, what that does is it signifies what squad they're in. And so this kind of leads to a grievance that I have with this game, in that each squad has a squad leader. Let me just slow it down, because I have it on fast mode from where I played before. And so when the squad leader's defeated, the whole squad disappears. Now, I understand that probably be justified later in the game, but early in the game, it does not feel good. It kind of makes for some kind of gimmicky fights where you can just take out squad leaders. Like, in this squad, you see that this is the squad leader, and this is the squad E. We killed this person, Raphael, and Shin Dancer just disappears. And we don't get the XP. So, there's a consequence for going that route. Don't get me wrong, but yeah. I haven't used dragons before, though. I'll take a look at that. Okay. So, we're just going to move it up, because we got to go through everything. Having dragons is cool. I have no idea what this does. Oh, coordinated breath. How about that? We'll read that when we go to use it in a little bit. I don't think this is going to be within range. Yeah, and see, you see how that has that little... There's a lot to take in right here. So we got the name of the attack, and then it's got a symbol next to it, kind of indicating how it's going to hit, like what kind of attack it is. Then you can see the little foot marks. So that means that you're able to move, then use the attack afterwards. Does that make sense? And then you've got level, which things can level up to 3 stars, and they level up by being used. I love that part. Then, of course, there's MP cost. Then there's the power. Then there's the element, because there are different elements and elemental effects, which fire is good against wind, wind's good against water, and water is good against fire. All the elements are good against light, and light is good against dark, and dark is good against all the elements, or at least that's how I read it. It might not quite be that case. It might be one specific element, but that's how I read it. Then you have accuracy, critical, and then, of course, whether it can be countered or not. Very, very nice. So, we're not able to use that. We're just going to wait. And we're going to continue moving forward. So, this has got some good tactical battling, and I like this. I like the grid, and I like the way it looks and everything else. But this game, honestly, at its core, feels more like a city management sim, where you're going to be managing your bases, your towns, and you're going to be leveling up. You're going to spend a lot of time in menus is what I foresee. I don't know. It's conjecture, it's theory, but you'll see what I'm talking about here shortly. I'll definitely show you. We're going to fight through this. We got some big attacks here. That one unit's getting low. They're going to attack this wall because they want to get through. Roll. Learning about the fast forward button is so nice. What's wrong with them? It's got to be because of the Nova whatever guy. Probably. It's like they can't even hear me at all. Damn. I don't know why this is happening, but I hate seeing them controlled like this. Alright, so remember what I told you. We've got 2 units here. Now, we do get XP for beating this unit, but we just outright delete it by killing this unit. And in this mission, we don't even really have to fight. We can just leave. So we're going to go here. We're going to use our skill and attack this guy. Now, he will attack back, and that way, it's like a lot of tactical RPGs where it's a 2-way deal, like Dark Deity and so on and so forth. And so be prepared for that. Let's see. Yeah, and so you notice we landed on like a little binding icon. It's because we have him fully flanked. Now he's bound. He's not going to be able to leave. He's stuck there. So the only way he gets out is if someone comes and bails him out. Can use his breath attack, but I believe it's going to hurt a couple of us, whereas the wolf, he can attack and move in the same turn after he attacks. So he attacks, he takes the damage, and he still has movement. He can move. Pretty nice. So we're just going to stick him out of the way over here. And we're going to soak up this XP with our main. So let's just jump in right here. Mr. Largo. We're going to use his skill Battle Strike, or we want to use Valiant Strike. Deals moderate damage, deals minor damage. We only need the minor. This is going to kill him. And as you can see, it tells you nicely at the bottom what's going to happen here. And so we see the height, we see his evasion, we see his physical defense and his magic resistance, which those are the two defensive stats. You can see the probability of the attack hitting and the power versus his, and the crit rate versus his. And we have a clear advantage because he's bound, he's stuck, so we get nice bonuses on all of those. And then you can see how much damage he's going to do, but his attack should come second unless he has a special ability that allows him to, like, preempt. Oh, he gone. And like that, boom. And it's just like Final Fantasy Tactics, guys, where each action gives you some experience so long as you've taken an action. But when you finish a unit or kill a unit, that's where you get the bulk of the XP. So we're going to use this to kind of just shield here. And we're going to move her on. Here they come. Alright, let's get her in here. So that's all we gotta do is get to this zone. And we're not getting there with our main guy here. Largo is his name. And I don't think we gotta get everyone there, just squad leaders. We're about to test that. Yeah, it's just with Largo. And here we go. We made it past him. Let's keep going, Wise. Sure. Wise a little unsure, huh? Then we got Yellow Eyes Black Dragon. What the heck is that? Tothus? So this is the so-called Draco puppet. Horribly effective. That much is true. Yet, still so far from the true dragons. This thing is nothing like a freakish mockery. A loathsome Dr. Poosh. What has he done with my beloved Nomandals? Nomandals? And we got Mel, which Mel is the currency in this game, as you can tell. It's got a little symbol for gold coins. Yeah, our units are leveling up. And that's what you're going to see is more or less people are squad leaders. And monsters are units that serve under the squad leaders, like squaddies. Mad Dragons run amok and Stardust Scale Shell. Blah, 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 blah. Stardust Scale Shell in Dragnica. All of you, please listen to me. It's me, Lori. Don't you recognize me? No, they don't, girl. Oh, Nori. Where are you? Please come back. Largo, help me. She's going to be an archer. I'm down for that. Responding to the chaos caused by the dragons across the continent, the Arcus Air Caravan takes flight. Ark, about these dragon attacks being reported. We can't ignore the damage they're doing. I've been hearing a lot of folks blame Largo and the rest of the Dragnica for the attacks, saying they're traitors who sold dragons to the Empire. How could anyone think that about them? As part of the dragon trade ourselves, we can't turn a blind eye. Limnil, let's go find Largo. Ready when you are, Ark. Let's prove that our caravan stands for justice. That's my Arcus, always fighting for his friends. I bet Jugant is smiling down on you from heaven. Okay. Dragnica, home. We made it. Let's check up on our shell. What do you think, Weiss? Oh, maybe we should head back to Stardust Shell first. We need to speak to Lori. That dragon we saw. Lori will know if it was Noir or not. You're right. I sure hope it wasn't Noir. If it was, then we might have to. Damn it. Let's hurry, Weiss. Yeah. And so here we are. Grand Dragnica. So you'll see we don't have any option to do any of these things yet. This is what we will be doing when we run it. We have to do one event battle and it'll give us a little bit of taste. Event battles are how you progress the story. And so by choosing to do this, you progress the story through a season. You'll see that at the top right of the screen, it says your country that you've chosen to start with, and then it shows the season. When you take a look at the map, these are all territories that you can conquer and manage. And just like in, let's say, Romance of the Three Kingdoms, but like Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, your territories can be attacked and you'll have to defend them. And that's where things can be real monotonous. If you've got like 20 territories, you're probably going to be going through quite a few battles within a season. And so I can understand why killing a squad leader would be efficient at that point and you would wrap up the battle quickly. However, at this point in the game, it doesn't feel necessarily great, but that's still a lot. That is a lot. We can get the map factions, or the faction map, and we can see that different territories are owned by different factions, and yeah, this is pretty wild, guys. And honestly, it feels a lot like Romance of the Three Kingdoms from this screen right here. Moving forward, let's get to this event battle. So, aiding the Stardust Scale Shell. So we get to choose our units. Okay, and so I don't know what all these units do. Some of these are brand new. I do not recognize them. That is something else. Ranged is king in my opinion. I've really enjoyed ranged units, and I think that they are going to end up being really strong. Physical attacking units don't seem to really do enough damage to offset the fact that they're hitting like a ranged unit. Ranged units seem pretty hardy. Mind you, I've only seen the early game, but ranged units have the ability to hit without being hit back, and that's pretty massive, honestly. So, this is what we're going to go in with. We're going to take Hunter Jessica. Alright, aiding the Stardust Scale Shell. The hell? This place has been torn apart. Lori, are you here? Answer me if you are. Largo, is it you? Aren't you supposed to be in Solganon? Yeah, we ran into some problems. Anyway, where's Noir? Shouldn't she be with you? Noiri? Once you left, the soldiers in weird armor came and took her and the others away. We kept waiting for them to come back, but they did. But they had gone crazy. They took them away to brainwash them and then sent them back? Damn, those sick bastards. For now, we have to stop these dragons, even if it means killing a few. Get ready, Lori. Alright, so looks like Lori's with us. Lori should be an archer if I had to bet. Yep, there she is. And she is an archer. And so you'll see archers, even though this is a unique character, she's got a generic sprite in the map. And that is the norm. So you'll see, with the exception of the faction leader, of course, everyone else has a generic sprite. Now, this might be another exception because it's a key character in the story, but I've seen that to be the case in other places and other characters. It's the other half of the demo is what I mean to say. So, with this all said, let's get this party started. We've got one unit trapped, and then we'll deal with the other unit. And they've got the squad leader right here, and this is this little girl named Sarah. So we're just going to go right up to her and start thumping. Now, it is one power versus another in turn order, as you saw last time. So, that means when we attack, we get to use all of our units as we see fit, and then the enemy gets their turn to do the same. We don't have control of this unit. Understood. Okay. No reason not to get up here and attack. Bye. That actually sounded really sad. Dragon Rage. Holy. Centaur is an archer. Very limited range. What do you do? Power up Insight, which gives bonus to magic attack, physical attack, and then you can silence enemies, and then Mischievous Kick. So you have a melee. That's unfortunate. That makes them, I don't know, questionable as far as their viability. On the other side of the demo, you can use